Oi, my name's Alex, welcome back to Toad. This time I'm finally in focus as it's the new year and I figured it would be finally a good time to start learning how to use my camera. But this time I'm going to be kit bashing two Black Templars Terminator Captains. Now, it's a continuation of the series from last time. I'm using a bunch of random kits. I will say when I use them in the video, but let's get on with it.
To begin with, I took the Leviathan Terminator Captain and removed all of the easy to build lugs with my hobby snips and separated its torso at the legs like so, leaving me with this. I then used plastic cement to affix the torso together before then taking the Lord Felthius' model torso and legs. I used my hobby snips again and knife to separate its legs at the hips, like so, keeping the chainmail but not the tassels underneath it. I also then went over the model and removed all of the Nurgle taint with my scalpel, where, in order to then attach it to the body of the Leviathan Terminator Captain, I mixed up a ball of green stuff and stuck it to the cape at the length I was happy with, as I then wanted to make the body slightly bigger than the average Terminator. The legs from the Lord Felthius kit were then pressed into the green stuff. I felt it was apt to make the captain a tad more knightly, so I took a torso from the sword brethren kit and removed a gorget from said torso carefully with my knife. I then measured the gorget up against the Terminator's torso, and after removing a bit of material from both the torso and the gorget, I used plastic cement to fix them together. And then following that, in order to start bringing a bit more Templar flair to the model, I took the Castellan tabard from the same kit, and upon seeing that it fitted nicely, I used the plastic cement to fix it in place. For the arms, I wanted to have more cataphractii patterned armour. So, for the shooting arm, I took the combi plasma from the blightlord Terminator's kit, and similar to the legs, I used my knife to remove any overtly nerdy bits, and any mistakes you make could always be covered up with a purity seal or similar reliquary later on. And for the left arm, I felt the pose was starting to be one of a captain confidently striding towards a battlefield. So I took the cataphractii pointing power fist from the Terminator kit of the same name. These were both affixed to the model with plastic cement, slightly lower down than where the model has its recommended arm positions. This was literally just so that the captain actually has a neck. It's a problem that a lot of Terminator models have, but it's a very simple fix. And speaking of necks, for the head I turned to the currently available Deathwing Command Squad kit, as it has some nicely detailed Terminator helmets. This was dropped into the head hole and moved into the position I liked with my hobby knife, before I fixed it in place with some plastic cement. I wanted the captain to stand apart from the Terminators he'd be leading, so I went for an extra bulky look on top of him being slightly taller. I achieved this by using Dreadnought leg armour from the Ravenwing upgrade sprue as his shoulder pads. The one I would be using on his left arm was fine as is, but the one for his right arm was slightly too Dark Angels, owing to the fact that it literally has a Dark Angel symbol on it, but that's beside the point. So, I used my snips to remove as much detail as possible, where I then came in with my scalpel and removed the rest. I then lastly employed a scraping motion in order to get a flat surface. Don't forget to remove the plugs from the inside with your snips, else they will not be able to fit on the model. I then measured these up against the arms. I did have to bend them slightly outwards in order to get a slightly better fit, so be aware that's something you may have to do. I then mixed up a ball of Gorilla Pup. This is a 50-50 mixture of green stuff and Gorilla Pup. Sometimes it has problems with adhesion, but it largely has the best bits of both sculpted mediums. I flattened this out on a moistened Ziploc bag so that it didn't stick to the surface I was using, before cutting it down into two rectangles like so. These will be making robes and other details. I placed the two rectangles over each leg and pressed them into the pre-existing cape. I then went on to bend them into a shape that I was happy with, using my fingers and sculpting tools. Following this, I wanted to add a Maltese cross to the cape, So I took the leftover gorilla pup, rolled it into a ball, and then flattened out a flat shape over the area of the cape I wanted a Maltese cross on. In order to make the shape, I cut 4 chevrons across from each other, like so. I then cut a further 4 chevrons out of the corners of the material, again, like so, in order to create the Maltese cross. Take your time with this, go slowly, but if you ever mess up, it's really easy just to scrape it off and try again. Just keep trying until you get it right. That's the only advice I'd recommend. But for the last main component of this model, I wanted to give him a stupidly large back banner, like Azrael or Belial. So I turned to the currently available Deathwing Terminators kit and took this back banner. It's from the Ancient, specifically. For the modifications I made, I removed the Dark Angel symbol from the top using my snips, before then using my scalpel to scrape a bit more detail into the top. You don't really need to do this, but if you want to, you can. To fill the space on the top, I pinned the top of one of the Grey Knight Strike Squad staffs, very simply. I then took the leftover gorilla pup from the Maltese cross and spread it over the Dark Angel's banner symbol, in order to create a flat surface to either paint on, or you could sculpt another Maltese cross. I left it flat. Once it was, I began by pinning the back banner on his back. I also wanted to add some purity seals. In order to do this, I followed the same steps I did for the sculpted robe, but instead of chunky segments, I made them quite thin. Again, before then placing them on the areas I wanted to. I then glued some purity seals, tilt shields, and a completely random thing, a blue stuff recast of the Crux Terminators, made of Milliput Superfine White, and some other gubbins to finish the model off. After that, it only felt right to create a captain that was the complete antithesis. I felt that he had to be fast, and in order to create that, I wanted to go with a Tartaros Terminator torso to contrast the cataphractii look of the first captain. So, I took the sorcerer body from the Scarab occult Terminator squad, which incidentally you can turn into some pretty good relic Terminator armor, on which I carefully shaved off some of the more chaotic looking trim details from the chest with my hobby knife. The fire on the back, it's a Black Templar, fire details should be fine. There were also the legs that I removed at the start of the video. I attached these together with some green stuff. Again, this was so that the captain stood a mite taller than the rest of his brethren. Yeah, I'm still a chaos player, bigger is better. Once the green stuff had dried, I wanted to work on his arms, as I had gone for a power fist and combi plasma on the previous captain. I felt it was only apt that he got a power sword and storm bolter. So I sourced the sword and right arm from the Grey Knights Terminators, and the bolter came from the Deathwing Terminators. I glued these on, again dropping them slightly in order to actually give the captain a neck. Now, I did have to remove a slight bit of the material that was underneath, as the arms couldn't be placed there otherwise, but they were simply affixed with plastic cement. I then placed 2 of the shoulder pads from the Scarab occult Terminators over the arms, one on each arm. For the head, I chose the grimacing Marshal's head, and angled it so that it was looking the same way the bolter arm was. Before moving on to the gorget of the model, I again took the part from the Scarab occult Terminators, but I removed the Thousand Suns head crest, leaving me with just the part that could slot in and protect the head of the captain. At this point, you will see a strange bit of gorilla part appear under the chest of the model. I tried to sculpt some almost church windows, like the Venerable Dreadnought has, but failed. So, by all means, if you can do this, go ahead, it will look likely pretty cool. However, I came up with a simpler solution. But whilst I was doing that, I did also sculpt a piece of armour covering the abdomen of the captain. This was simply just a blob of gorilla pup that I placed there before I cut it into a rectangle, and then I cut it so it looked like a chevron. I also repeated the step previously for attaching larger purity seals to the model, as well as some other things such as tilt shields, which are available on a few kits. So you can choose whichever ones you want. I also took 3 reliquaries from the Grey Knights and Standard Intercessor kit, and glued them over the chest details I had tried to sculpt in order to create a more churchy-esque look. I then lastly took 2 more beat-up skulls from the Citadel Skulls kit, drilled some holes through them, and stuck a length of wire through them, which I cut off, leaving some material visible. These were then stuck down on the back of the captain with a servo skull, in order to look like they were pinned there on the armour. But with that, I gave them a paint job, and I was left with these. I am quite proud of them, and I feel they embody the Templar aesthetic very well, just from 2 different angles. As a bit of housekeeping, I wanted to say in regards to the poll that I put out, I have realised since that I have a lot of ideas, and I really want to make them before I forget them, to be honest. And a bi-weekly schedule just won't really fit that, unfortunately. So instead of shorter weekly videos, I'm just going to make weekly videos that are around the same length, if not longer. So I do sincerely apologise if it seems like I'm disregarding you all. That isn't my intention. It just means that I'll A, improve faster, you'll get more videos, and I will likely go back to a bi-weekly schedule once I've gotten through this all. But with that, I hope you have a wonderful week, and that you join me next time for what I had originally planned for this week, a Chaos Apothecary. Ta-ra!